pick up where we left off. We'll start all over,
Yeah.
you know. And, well, that didn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But I will always appreciate Vince McMahon for giving me the opportunity. And I make this point, you know, as a convicted felon, when society wouldn't give me a minimum wage job because of my criminal background, Vince McMahon gave me an opportunity, took a chance, and gave me an opportunity to become an international celebrity, and invested a lot of money in me to become a star. And then when I was ready to go, and I asked him to let me go chase a dream, once again, he said, okay, you know, you can do that. So I will forever be grateful to Vince McMahon for those opportunities.
That's fantastic. And as you say, you are a hard worker, and you didn't just go to Japan for a short amount of time just to say that you've been over there. You went over there and you had success again. You held the Intercontinental title over there. You were a big name in Japan. In fact, it was getting to the point where I guess people over here in the Western pro wrestling societies were thinking, maybe he's not going to come back this way now. You know, it was getting to that point. And then fast forward a few years and you start hearing rumours, is MVP coming to TNA? It actually culminated here in the UK. It was in Scotland, wasn't it, in January, when you made your big appearance in TNA for the first time in front of tens of thousands of people. Everybody was excited to see you back on UK television. Were you surprised just how loud the crowd were? Because they were really pleased to see you.
I really was. It was humbling because, you know, in pro wrestling, I guess in anything, entertainment, but in pro wrestling especially, it's what have you done for me lately? You know, as they say, you're only as good as your last match.
Sure.
And while there were a number of fans who were aware that I had gone to Japan and that I was doing well, the majority of wrestling fans aren't even aware that wrestling exists outside of WWE, and to a lesser extent TNA. So when I made my debut and got the reception that I did, it was humbling and flattering to know that, man, these people, they remember and they care and they're glad to have me back. So that was a beautiful.
It was good, and it followed you around as well, because I was at a couple of shows here in Manchester, I was at London, and the crowds were consistently loud. When you got back to the States, the crowds were loud. You've been what people would call a really great good guy, baby face, you know, everybody's behind you. Absolutely fantastic. You're cleaning up TNA, and then it all changes. All of a sudden, there's a new agenda. You're using that power that you have as the director of wrestling operations, and maybe you're not cleaning up TNA now. Maybe you may be self-serving yourself. What is there an agenda now? What is that agenda that you've got?
It's funny because I protested. I said it's too soon, and I just got back. It's too soon to turn my character. But the powers that be said, hey, this is what we need to do, and you know, I'm a company guy. All right, this is what you need. All right, this is what I'll do. And I'm a natural heel anyway. You know, being a bad guy, it just comes natural to me. You know? I actually have to work at being a good guy.
Okay.
But as far as the agenda is concerned, of all people, Vince Russo wrote a column and discussed the myth of the turn. Someone sent me a link to it on Twitter, and I read it, and he categorized it well. I didn't actually turn. I'm the same MVP that I've always been. You know, it would be a turn if somebody like John Cena did something like that, because he always does the right thing.
Breaking the rules, and
But yeah, this is you know, I'm a guy with a shady past. I'm an ex-convict. I'm known to do things that are morally questionable. And you know, there was an opportunity for me to seize power, so I did what was true to my character. And you know, as far as the agenda is concerned, I'm really excited about what can be, because with Bobby Lashley and Kenny King as part of our faction, and some of the things we've discussed going forward. The new
dominating stable now, isn't there? Let's talk about.
And I get a kick out of people, you know, wrestling fans are so programmed. Immediately, the comparisons come on. Oh, this is the new Nation of Domination, or oh, you guys are just like Evolution. You know, really?
Yeah. When you think about 20, 30, 40 years of wrestling television, there's always going to be a similarity now. Whatever happens, you'll always be able to draw back a few years and say, well, there was something that was a bit like that.
Yeah.
But you have to progress things and do it your own way, don't you? Which is
my point is, well, we just got together. You know, before you try to slap a label on us or compare us, give us a little time
Wait
to
and see,
establish
yeah.
ourselves
Yeah.
and let's see what we become. Let's
Yeah.
see what we do and how we can distinguish ourselves. You know, when I hear about the quote unquote nation of domination, you know, this faction that we put together, it has nothing to do with race. Okay, yeah, the 3 members are black.
Yeah.
But we're not.
That's
we're
not enough to draw a comparison.
Yeah, we're not espousing the plight of the black wrestler. You know,
Yeah.
no, we're just about, you know, we're money, power, and respect.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even have a name for
And
the
anyone
faction
can
yet.
identify with that, no matter
Yeah,
what race
it's just,
you are. Yeah.
You know, a couple of my buddies, we said, hey, I got this plan. Let's do this thing. Let's
Yeah.
take over, and that's how it worked out.
Yeah.
So, and I'm interested in seeing how this develops
Yeah.
because no matter what, and you give me any wrestling faction or any wrestling character from the time that person debuted to a few years down the road, there is a natural evolution.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and you find your groove, and you find what works and what doesn't work, and I'm kind of excited about
Yeah.
seeing what happens.
I'm excited about it too. We're going to see it unfold over the next few months, and then before we know it, we'll be back here in January 2015. You'll be London again and Manchester again. Probably a different crowd reaction. Does that bother you? Maybe not, because as you say, you're comfortable being a bad guy and a heel, so I guess it was nice to have those cheers last year, but you're not too concerned if you don't get them next time around.
No, I mean, I enjoy being booed and jeered as a heel. I like
It's when they're silent that you worry, isn't
Well,
it? In some ways.
in the professional wrestling
Yeah.
business, that's what boo me, cheer
Yeah.
me, just make some noise.
It's-
You know,
yeah.
it's when they're indifferent, they don't make
Yeah.
any noise, and
It's all
you have a
feedback,
problem.
yeah.
So you know, as a bad guy, man, I love it. You know, I love being a bad guy and being able to come here. And that's one of the things people always ask me about. You know, wrestling in the UK, and maybe it's because of the or at least it's what I attribute it to, because of the football culture. The fans here sing and they're vocal, and it's a little different from
Yeah,
the States.
they participate,
you know?
don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, so many times it'd be so easy for me to get a "Who are you?" chant going. You know,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, I don't even know who you are, man. Hey, everybody, you know what I want to ask this guy? Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? You know, so I enjoy that a lot. So when I come back here, providing I come back here in January 2015, I mean that's a long way from now.
Yeah,
And
sure,
wrestling, who knows what will happen?
A lot
between
can
now and
happen,
then.
yeah.
So regardless, I'm pretty confident that I'll get a hell of a response, whether it's an arena full of boos or an arena full of cheers.
I'm sure that's the case, and I genuinely think you've been like a shot in the arm to TNA. You know, you've rejuvenated the television, good guy or bad guy. That theme tune hits, you come out, you're great on the mic, you're entertaining us all. So thank you very much for speaking to me, and I hope the rest of your day goes well.
Oh man, it's
I'm
been a pleasure.
Scott with MVP for Flavourmag. Thank you.